Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Play ball!
Armchair.
Out of beer? 7 o'clock in the morning. Scotch?
Hey, howdy, hi, and how the hell are you? Welcome here on Braves Country Radio. You're listening live as we march closer to crowning a champion. I'm Mac McGee. It's time to put it all aside and get ready for what should be a great day in baseball. We'll go over the lineups as the game goes on. Make sure to like and subscribe and become a member today. Jump in the chat. Tell us where you hail from, as roll call is on the way. Buckle up, boys and girls. It's time for pitch by pitch, play by play, the classic call of baseball.
Get this bus moving.
Welcome in, y'all. 0-1 count to Jorge Mateo. We'll get the screen fixed here in a second. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Right down the pipe, it's 0-2. The 0-2 count. Believe we got everything rolling. Kicks and fires, swing and a miss, strike 3, and there's 2 out here in the inning. A little bit late getting started today because of the threat of rain. I don't know if they're going to get the whole game in. I do know we're only going to be able to bring you 2 hours, which should be more than enough considering it's a road game and they've already got the Glee Club starting the game. First pitch on the way to Dominic Smith is high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. Bubba Chandler on the bump for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Who is it that keeps wanting to get Paul Skeens traded to the Braves? Can't remember who it is, but whoever it is, I think we should go for Bubba, man. Bubba in Atlanta, come on now. The pitch on the way to Dominic Smith is swung on, and it's a lazy pop fly into right center field. F8 in your scorecard, and just like that, 1, 2, 3. We'll be back in a flash here on the BCR Radio Network.
Hey, I don't know who needs to hear this, but standing up on a plane and grabbing your bags the second it lands is not going to get you to your destination any sooner.
Y'all check this out. I don't spend money on much, y'all. Like, I'm not a things kind of person. And so I don't have a lot of little knick-knacky fancy. Like, I just don't. I live pretty simple. Well, the other day I found out country crock wasn't real butter. And when I tell y'all I was boys, it got pretty bad. Well, the pretty one asked me, she said, do you not have a butter dish? And I was like, no, why do I need a butter dish in a tub in the fridge? She said, no, butter dish, like to put your butter on the counter. Let me tell you, I do now. She got me a butter dish, and I feel like I just hopped tax brackets.
No, man, they gave me that cop haircut. I told them I want a Caesar cut, but my sister can't cut my hair because she be throwing hands with a man, dog. I ain't being no cop. You tell everyone that if you see me, just assume that I'm a crooked cop, boy. I ain't wearing cargo shorts, and I ain't tucking in my shirt.
Then he'd get this little, like, pimp walk. You know, he'd get the little arm swing, he'd be pimping while he's jogging.
You know how he'd come out of the box and he'd look down there? I was saying, he's looking at his shadow. Like he was looking in the mirror for his shadow. How do I look?
I don't know if Ricky was a trash talker in baseball. When you talk to yourself so much, are you trash talking to yourself? Ricky, talking to Ricky, about Ricky, to get Ricky through Ricky's day.
Traditional players didn't like it because it did have a lot of flair. I used to hear it from players a lot. Well, he might not be as great a player if he didn't annoy people. He wasn't trying to get under anybody's skin.
It wasn't premeditated. It was just absolute emotion, reaction from what happened, good or bad. That's just who he was. He wasn't trying to show anybody up. He didn't know who he probably got a hit off of. He didn't know who he took deep. He played with guys he didn't even know who they were.
Welcome back. First pitch on the way from Grant Holmes is down and in. Called for a ball. It's 1-0. Spencer Horowitz is leading off. Righty-lefty matchup, the 1-0. Right there at the knees, and they're going to go ahead and challenge that. And I think he'll end up getting that overturned. We'll see what happens here. Appears that the Pirates TV feed is very slow behind everything, so is what it is. We'll just have to deal with it. The 1-1 count. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. Braves nothing, Pirates nothing. Bottom of the first inning. Left to right across the infield for your Atlanta Braves. The Glee Club brought over Farmer, Mateo, Luke, Williams, and Dom as the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3. One away. Catcher behind the plate is Sandy Leone. He's having words with the umpire. Not sure what that's about. Closey's in the outfield and left. Michael Harris II, the only starter in the lineup today, is out in center. And Gamble's in right. First pitch in the dirt. To Ryan O'Hearn, who they got in the offseason. It's 1-0. This Pirates offense looks a lot different, much more imposing than it has been in the years past as the pitch is outside the ball, 2-0. Pitch on the way is right there for a strike. 2-1. Atlanta Braves are wearing their navy blue spring training jerseys. Atlanta across the chest. Outlined in white, gray pants. Is it 3-1? Outside wide ball 4, so he'll head on down to first. No Hearn, 1 on, 1 out. I see Buddy Elvis is being rude.
Oh, we're being rude? Awesome, cool. My f***ing turn.
I'd say people hit the mute button on you quite a bit in your life there, buddy. First pitch on the way is a swing and a miss strike. It's 0-1. The sound clips are very popular, and since you are not, we're going to keep rolling with it. Brian Reynolds, the batter, righty-lefty matchup. Runner at first. 1 out. Kicks and fires. Swing. Chops it foul. Into the dugout. 0-2. Good to see you, 8-7, and Fisher and Charlie, Peta. Jameson Taylor. Even the short bus brought in old Buddy. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Strike 3. Gary the Real McCoy in here today. Denise, good to see you. First pitch on the way to Marcell Ozuna is launched deep into right field. Drifted back on the track, making the catch is Gamble. F9 your scorecard, and that'll end the inning. We'll be back in a flash here on the BCR. The Braves will grab the sticks when we return.
Can't you get it through your thick skull that I'm broke? Dead, flat, stony broke. See? I've got $3.85 in my purse.
Bruce Benedict limbers up in the Atlanta bullpen just in case, for he will have to come in and catch now that Cerrone has been pinch run for. That's if the Braves fail to convert here. They've got an extra man on the infield and no left fielder. The pitch to Ramirez. Outside, ball 1. This is a great alignment. I love this. Von Hayes has come in to play the infield. You can see it there. They've got nobody in left. It sure is funny looking, though, isn't it? The 1-1. Line drive, game over. Ramirez singles on the winning run. And the Braves win it in regulation, 3-2.
I saw a video today that said your dog's your best friend for part of your life, but you're your dog's best friend for his whole life. My plans are canceled.
In honor of being in my new classroom today and working on it, this is things that my students have said. You got that Donald Trump tan going on, huh? Sorry, I just crop dusted you. I had gone through, at the time, a pretty brutal breakup. I was in my young 20s and on the verge of tears at any moment due to this breakup. Some of the responses when my students somehow found out. Did you cry? You seem like you would have cried. So what did you do to make him dump you?
The record 6 players on their way to hitting 20 homers as 61 Yanks were a latter-day version of Murderer's Row.
No amount of runs was safe. You were leading 8-0, 9-0, 2 out, 3-2 in the 9th inning. They still would come up with 10 runs and beat you.
And they were almost as good with the glove.
They had one of the great infields of baseball history. Bobby Richardson at second, Tony Kubek at short, and Clete Boyer at third.
Welcome back. Bubba Chandler fires the first pitch inside for a strike to Kyle Farmer. It's 0-1. Righty-righty matchup, the 0-1. Swing, fouls it away. 0-2. Bubba Chandler is expected to be locked into the starting rotation for the Pirates as the go-to pitch. Misses high, 1-2. It's a pretty interesting article out today I believe he dropped it today. Maybe it was last night. I don't know. I've been so busy with the WBC. But talking about the locks for the Braves pitching rotation and bullpen, is the pitch on the way to Farmer is fisted back foul. So obviously we know it's going to be Sale, Strider, Ronaldo Lopez, Grant Holmes, this is assuming no injuries, et cetera, and Bryce Elder. Those 5 will be in the 5-man rotation. And then with your bullpen is the 1-2. Man, that looked like a strike. They're going to challenge that real quick. We'll see what they come up with on the review. Pitch was right there at the bottom of the zone. Looked like it was pretty well tucked into the zone, but we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, that thing's all the way. The home plate umpire is just doing a terrible job today. But anyways, those guys are locked in. And then you've got, obviously, Eyeglasses and Suarez in the back of the bullpen along with Lee and Kenley and Bummer and Joel Pyomps. So if you count that out, that's 11 pitchers that they are definitely going to go with. As the first pitch on the way up to Gamble is high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. Righty-lefty matchup. The 1-0. Kicks and fires. Swing, lifts it into very shallow right field. Drifting back, making the catch on the run is Yorkie. 2 down. Left to right across the infield for the Pirates. It's Valdez, Triolo, Yorkie, and Norwitz. Left to right in the outfield, Brian Reynolds, Cook, and O'Hearn. Henry Davis behind the plate, and, of course, Bubba on the mound. So that leaves 2, and so the options are, and if you missed it earlier, they sent Karinchak back, him and Harris, back down to the minors. But the reason being is the first pitch on the way, swing and a miss. To Luke Williams, 0-1. I think everything being equal, Karinchak's on that final bullpen. But what they're looking at is they're going to be able to bring him up later on as the 0-1, swing and a miss. It's 0-2. They have a start in the Braves' schedule that is kind of rough on the fact that it's not the players it's not the teams that they're playing per se, but it's the fact of no days off as the pitch on the way to Luke Williams is foul back out of play, 0-2. So if we take a look at it real quick, and let me pull the regular season, not the spring one that I have up right now. They do not have a day off after opening night. The 0-2, swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll do it. 1-2-3. We'll be back in a flash. We'll talk about that start to the season, which, by the way, they volunteered to start on Friday. They could have worked with the built-in day off. We'll be back in a flash here on the BCR.
I love metal, but I can't stand some of y'all. I will post about a band, and I'm like, wow, I've never heard of these guys. They're great. And without fail, there will always be someone that will respond like, you call yourself a metal fan, and you've never heard of Secular Colostomy Bag? No, I'm sorry, I haven't. I have been to 104 of their shows, and their third guitarist, Eric, sold me my washing machine.
Ireland is getting a Wendy's. Thank you very much, America, for bestowing upon my people more of your delicious obesity. I'm very excited because I always see Americans on the television say, I'm gonna go and get a Wendy's. And I'm like, ooh, processed food I haven't had. It's the media's fault, don't blame me. Anyway, thank you for your culture, America.
Meanwhile, with a record-tying 8 wins in June, Whitey Ford was in the midst of a Cy Young campaign.
He painted the corners. He painted the shoulders. He painted the knees. He was the Picasso of pitching.
From June 1st on, the Yankees would win 70% of their games. Manager Ralph Houck's toughest decision might have been deciding who to bat fifth.
I was hitting the ball pretty good, and so he batted me behind Roger Maris and Mickey Mantle than me. You know, I felt pretty good about it. I thought, holy cow, he thinks that much of me, you know. So the game starts. Roger goes up and he hits one about 420 feet in the right center bleacher. That's nice. Great. Okay. Mickey hit the next pitch about 460. 2 pitches. The guy's got 880 feet. It dawned on me. Now it's my turn. Sure enough, he hit me dead in the head. Next pitch hit me dead in the head. And I said, hey, Skip, I don't mind batting 7th. And he just broke up. He started to laugh. You don't want to bet behind those two?
Welcome back. Pitch on the way from Grant Holmes is down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. Righty-righty matchup. Jared Triolo standing at the plate, swing and a miss. Helmet came off. He was opening up on that one. It's 1-1. So if you look at that and you've got 2 more spots that we were just talking about available on the bullpen, because obviously their plan is to send Karinchak to the minors to start off, which is a lot of fans were up in arms, and I understand it as the pitch on the way is down and away. 2-1. Because he's been phenomenal in the spring. I've talked about him all of our spring training games when he's gotten in. Not only how good he's looked, but how good he has been in the past. And I do think he's going to be a big part of the bullpen, but evidently not going to make it on opening day. Is the pitch in the dirt? 3-1. So Dylan Dodd is listening. I think I would be shocked if he's not a part of the bullpen. So that leaves you with one more person as a 3-1 swing, chops it down the line, foul. The reason why the others are mentioned the way they are is because of contract and because of how many options they have left. Talking about the previous 7 guys that I mentioned that are locks for the bullpen. So Dylan Dodd, to me, just it would be very surprising if he doesn't start up with the team. So then it comes down to Didier Fuentes, who's the number 3 prospect. J.R. Ritchie, who's the number 2 prospect, is the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Nasty pitch by Grant Holmes. 1 down. And then the one that seems to be the favorite to make the team, and it's because Fuentes and Ritchie, they've got options. Jose Suarez, and we all know, good to see you, Ladarius. Jose Suarez is a guy that we know he's a journeyman. We know he's not going to blow anybody away. His first pitch on the way is a check swing. Went around, it's 0-1. But he's out of options. So if you send him, he's gone. And we all know that the Braves' depth in pitching is a little suspect right now because of the injuries we've had and the lack of addition in the free agent market. Is the 0-1 pitch down and away. 1-1. So they have him and they have Martin Perez listed. I mean, I have more faith in Martin Perez, but either way, whoever they choose, I really believe it could either be a situation where they're going to be a part of a bullpen game as the 1-1 pitch misses high. So you could end up seeing Dodd go down to the minors for a small stint, and then him and Karinchak come up as they get rid of pieces like Suarez, maybe even Perez. The 2-1 pitch down and away. They're going to check down the line. At first, he did not go around Yorkie, the batter, the number 6 hitter. But anyway, you look at it, they're trying to look at the fact that so you start the season on March 27th, and then we don't have a day off until, as the pitch on the way is chopped over towards second. On it is Cool Hand Luke. He'll flip it over to Dom Smith, and there's 2 down. So from the 27th of March until the, the 9th of April, the Braves don't have a day off. And that's extremely unusual to start a season, especially since the back half of that schedule is all on the West Coast. First pitch on the way is high and out of the zone. The center fielder Cook, it's 1-0. So it's not just the fact that they may throw him in as a starter in one of those games, but the other thing is the 1-0 right there down the pipe, 1-1. Think about how many times in the last few years the Braves starters in early part of the game, and I'm talking about some of our good starters, Max Fried. It's happened to Max Fried. It's happened to Strider. The 1-1 pitch right there. Bang, right there at the knees, 1-2. Where they go out to make their first start of the year, and they just don't have it, and they get knocked out in like the third inning. And you got to have someone spell some innings for you. That's why they're expecting Suarez to make the team, and possibly even Perez, and then they wait on Dodd to be brought up. The 1-2 count. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Clay Holmes dealing. We'll be back in a flash here on the BCR. Atlanta's turn to grab the bats. And we head to the top of the third.
I'm thinking I might just treat myself to a full-blown meltdown sometime this week. No limits. I'm not going to hold back. It's been a while.
God said, I need somebody willing to wake up, give kisses, pee on a tree, sleep all day, wake up again, give more kisses, then stay up until midnight basking in the glow of a television set. God said, I need somebody willing with no ego or complaint, dress in hats they don't need and costumes they don't understand. Somebody who, no matter what you didn't do or couldn't take or didn't win or couldn't make, will love you without judgment just the same. So God made a dog. God said, I need somebody strong enough to pull sleds and find bombs, yet gentle enough to love babies and lead the blind. Somebody who will spend all day on a couch with a resting head and supportive eyes to lift the spirits of a broken heart. It had to be somebody who'd remain patient and loyal even through loneliness. Somebody to care, cuddle, snuggle and nuzzle and cheer and charm and snore and slobber and eat the trash and chase the squirrels. Somebody who would bark and then reply with rapid wag of tail. So God made a dog.
What's that over there?
It looks like a bunch of people.
Ugh, people.
The Yankees had gotten red hot, but as the summer of '61 rolled on, things in New York were about to get even hotter.
Roger Maris and Mickey Mantle of the New York Yankees. They're standing baseball on its ear with the home run mayhem they're committing on the American League.
As the summer of 1961 rolled on, the great home run race intensified.
That ball is gone way back.
Soon it began to dawn on the baseball world that they were both on pace to break the game's most sacred record, 60 home runs in a season, set by the legendary Babe Ruth.
Roger Maris and Mickey Mantle were chasing God. There was never a figure in the history of the game as significant, as overwhelming, as powerful, as adored as Babe Ruth.
Welcome back. Bubba Chandler facing Sandy Leone. As we are here in the top of the third, we're going to bring you just a little past the 8 o'clock hour. We got something we got to get done. Probably around 8:15 I have to jump off of here. That should give us most of the game, especially as fast as this sucker's moving. And with the Braves being on the road, and they've got the, as I like to call it, the Glee Club in, because this is not the first string or even the second string for most of it. We'll be down to the bare bones by the time that part gets done. Pitch on the way is a swing and a miss. It's 1-2. I have to cover the board for some of the NCAA basketball tournaments that are going on right now. 1-2. Outside wide, 2-2. 2-2 count. Sandy Leone, Braves legend, Braves spring training legend. When you hit those 2 home runs last spring, here are people ready to put him in Cooperstown as the pitch swung on and fouled back out of play. It's 2-2 count. Kicks and fires. High and out of the zone, full count. Thank you, Mr. Jason Up and Adams. The payoff pitch. Oh, looking strike 3. Punched him out on the outer edge. One away. This Bubba Chandler, like, he gets overlooked because of Paul Skeens. Of course, there was Jared Jones, and they just had a lot of really good young arms here in the Pittsburgh system. But he's got good stuff, and He's going to be a part of what they're trying to build for. I keep talking about this. It's not like I'm trying to beat the drum for Pittsburgh, but this is going to be a fun team to watch. First pitch on the way is chopped foul by Camargo. It's 0-1. Camargo, the designated hitter. That's Jair Camargo. That's not the Camargo we're used to. He used to battle out third base with Austin Riley as the pitch is a swing and a miss. It's the designated hitter today. He is the catcher by position. The 0-2 pitch, swing, fouls away. We'll do it again. You've got Braxton Ashcraft, for those who aren't familiar with the Pittsburgh rotation. Ashcraft, Bubba Chandler, of course, Paul Skeens. They do expect Jared Jones to possibly be back this year at some time. I got to see it to believe it, but that is what they're expecting. Is the pitch on the way. Swing! That ball is smoked high and deep. Get up, get up, get up. Yes, sir! A solo shot. And Camargo goes bonzo over the left field wall. It's a 1-0 lead for your Atlanta Braves. How about that? He smoked that puppy.
Hitting.
It was a hanging curveball. Bubba was shooting for the outer edge and it hung inside, and it went cement mixer into they got a little bit of a tiki bar over there behind left field in Pittsburgh. I'll tell you what, that's a pretty neat little spring training stadium that they have here. I was looking at the views of it. Looks like it'd be a pretty nice little place to catch a game. It's in Bradenton, Florida. Righty-lefty matchup is close. He takes a swing and a miss. After the 1-0, it's 1-1. They've also added Jose Urquidy, if you remember him. Talking about the Pirates. And Mitch Keller. Can't forget about him. He's the steady veteran. Keeps being rumored as a trade piece. 1-2 count as they just grabbed the outer edge. Posey didn't like it, but he's not challenging it. The 1-2. Down and away. 2-2. Patrick Closey. Figure he might be have a little bit of Irish ancestry. St. Patrick's Day coming up. That's the WBC championship, and we're looking to also do probably, it depends if I can get back in time, but the Braves play the Red Sox on, is the pitch on the way, swing and a miss, strike 3, 2 down. They play the Red Sox on earlier that day, and we're thinking about trying to get to do a 2-hour thing on that because that's tradition. I don't know why Boston always plays Atlanta on. I mean, I can take a wild guess, but I've never heard it specifically told. But I've always noticed that on St. Paddy's Day, Braves always play the Red Sox and vice versa. Pitch on the way to Michael Harris II is swinging a miss strike. It's 0-1. Appreciate it, Ladarius. The 0-1. Inside. Man, that was close. Surprised they didn't challenge that one. 1-1. Michael Harris II. It is odd that he took but maybe Michael's just wanting to get some reps in, and there's there's nothing wrong with that. I was just a little surprised to see him in the lineup today. The pitch on the way, swing lifted into left field. That'll be a lazy fly ball into left field. Have 7 in your scorecard. And that'll end the inning. There is rain in the air. My only concern was don't let Michael get hurt. Field and fly balls in the Pirates spring training facility. We'll be back in a flash here on the BCR.
If you see a woman struggling with a flat tire, to help her, pull over and yell, "Go girl boss." then peel out and drive away. Helping her change the flat tire would be considered mansplaining, and that would be disrespectful.
I present to you the best draft class in history, the class of 1985. William James Surhoff was the number 1 pick. Not a Hall of Famer, but still had a solid career. The second pick was even better. If you didn't get a chance to see him play, then you can't truly appreciate Will the Thrill Clark, 6-time All-Star, 2-time Silver Slugger. 2 picks later, the first future Hall of Famer in the class went off the board. Barry Larkin often gets overshadowed by other shortstops during that time. He was a 12-time All-Star who won 9 Silver Sluggers and also won the 1995 National League MVP. 2 picks after him went to the Pirates. Barry Bonds in the second round. Randy Johnson, during his career he won 5 Cy Youngs, 4 ERA titles, won 303 games in his 22-year career. The last future Hall of Famer was selected in the 22nd round. John Smoltz was a great starting pitcher and a fantastic closer. In the 24th round, the Chicago Cubs drafted Mark Grace. And that's not all. You can make a pretty solid team out of all the other players who were drafted in this class: Tino Martinez, David Justice, Deion Sanders, Brady Anderson, and Bo Jackson.
Being a hot dog, you better be good. You can't be a hot dog and just be a passive player, a pedestrian player, a normal player. You better be a superstar if you're going to be a hot dog. And that's what Ricky was.
You got to respect the talent. I mean, the man has done it. Combination of speed and power.
The reason why you do that and you get away with it is because you're good. If you talk that crap and go against the system and you're mediocre or terrible, they shut you down and shut you up really fast.
Ricky's talent superseded so much, it allowed him to get away with a lot of things. But again, it's not just about his talent. I think his personality overrode it all. There's some people that can be mad at you with a smile, and that's Ricky.
Welcome back. First pitch to Emmanuel Valdez is outside wide for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1 brings it, swing, lifts it high into left field, but not very deep. Coming under, making the catch, F7 in your scorecard, Closey. 1 away. Added about 300 new clips, and we're going to add more. The goal is by the end of the season, there'll be a total of about 500 new clips to what we already have. Speaking of all those sound bites that are just so popular in Las Vegas, Nevada, it's the pitch on the way. Swing, fouls it away. It's 0-1. Davis, the batter. I said that Jason wasn't playing. I didn't know. I misspoke. Evidently, Kelly's on the board tonight, and she was not playing games as the 0-1 pitch. Inside, 1-1. Y'all are familiar with Jason. There's Kelly, and they're going to add one more because one person can't do all the games that I'm doing anymore. I'm not sure who the third person is going to be yet, but we'll know by opening day. The 1-1 pitch, swing, pops it up, high in the sky. And that's going to stay into foul territory, but playable. And Sandy Leone, F2 on the scorecard, 2 down. You'll normally see them chiming in on the armchair YouTube if they chime in. They rarely do. Sometimes they'll be using the BCR one, and when they do, they normally kind of. I want to say Jason like puts a dash next to his name or a colon, something. Somehow he tells you who it is. Pitch on the way to Holmes is down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. If you've been away for the winter, what's new here for 2026, we're going to do about a little over 300 sports games in total. Majority baseball is the 1-0 in the dirt. 2-0. We'll be doing Army Navy like we always do. And then we're going to be doing college football playoffs and NFL. I don't think we're doing NFL playoffs, but some regular season games as the 2-0. Swing and a miss. 2-1. We didn't get a great response from the NFL postseason, but we may be doing them. If y'all remember how it first starts off, where they've got that big wild card weekend, and there's games you can only get on like some weird network. We might be doing some of those. And one of the stations is they want us to do 2 basketball games this year, but that's much farther down the road. Pitch on the way is swung on and roped over towards first. Dom Smith with the Looks like he's got a hell of a glove over there all spring long, and they've talked about it. That'll end the inning. G3 on your scorecard. I don't know if Dom's going to make the team, but I think he'll make it somewhere. We'll be back in a flash here on the BCR.
Last time I go home with a cougar from the bar, woke me up at 6:30, talking about, I need some weed eating done. My grandkids don't ever do it. I don't blame them, Gertrude. I've been doing it for 3 hours. Talking about you want to cook some cornbread for lunch. I'm leaving and never coming back. I'm scared.
Hey, back in the day, we used to throw toilet paper all over people's houses for pranks. Now I'm just trying to figure out how to stretch out this last roll until payday.
Hey, babe, I need to take a shower. You want to help me?
Do I need to help you take a shower?
Would you like to? When a pretty girl asks you if you want to help her in the shower, generally you jump up and down and go, yippee!
It was you, so that could mean I can't stand up right now.
I hate when you're right.
Listen, is anybody else's husband like this? My husband can literally look at a map for like 2 seconds on his phone and know exactly how to get there. It'd be like a 5-hour drive. Okay, Sacagawea, I need a GPS to go somewhere in the town that I grew up in.
I gotta straighten out my life. This heat wave made me realize I can't go to hell.
If anyone appeared destined to break the Babe's revered mark, it was the Mick, the iconic Yankee hero of a new generation. Not Maris, a mere transplant from the Kansas City A's.
It's amazing enough when one guy tries to break, but here you have 2 players on a team trying to break the greatest record of all time.
As fate would have it, Babe Ruth's ghostwriter and good friend, Ford Frick, happened to be the commissioner of baseball in 1961. And with Mantle and Maris ahead of Ruth's home run pace after the All-Star break, Frick decreed that if Ruth's mark was not broken by game 154, equaling the length of the season the Babe had played in 1927, any record set thereafter would only be...
Welcome back. First pitch on the way from Bubba Chandler to Jorge Mateo. Swung on him. Chopping down the third base side, foul. It's 0-1. Pirates are wearing their black jerseys with the gold writing and the white pants. Gold stripes down the side. Gold piping on the jersey. On the left chest. As the pitch misses, 1-1. They're rocking gold ball caps and a black bill with the black P for Pittsburgh as the pitch on the way is fouled off. 1-2. So a 1-2 count. Comes set. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Blew it right by him. 1 away. So yeah, we've got a few of them that are asking about it, but I honestly don't. I wasn't in on those conversations, so I don't know what game they are. I just know it's after the season, and I told them I'd do it. I just happen to be rusty, man. I haven't called one of those, and God bless. Well over 25 years. First pitch on the way is right there for a strike on the outer edge. It's 0-1. And someone, the same group of stations was asking about hockey as the 0-1 swing and a miss 0-2. But I got the text message from Jason. I just started laughing. I was like, you do not want me anywhere near a hockey broadcast. It's going to be guessing at best. The 0-2 count. Brings it. Swing. Chops it over towards the third base side. That'll be a 5-3 put out. Dom down. 5-3. 2 down. If I tried to do hockey, I mean, it's been so long since I've even really watched. I used to be into it a little bit, but that's been 20 years ago. Never called a game. And I'd be guessing at rules at best. I'd be like, I don't know. I'll let you know when someone scores. Righty-righty matchup here is Farmer, the batter, swing and a miss. It's 0-1. it would be fun to do one if I had like a color commentator that knew the game well, and I just, let them pretty much take the wheel. But other than that, there's just no way. 0-1, swing, fouls it back, it's 0-2. I'd give you as good a play-by-play of that as if you put me in a curling arena. I don't know, they're whacking the hell out of that damn Roomba with that mop or is it a broom that they use? The 0-2 count. Swing, pops it up. Is that going to stay in play? Not a ton of foul territory here in Bradenton like there are in other ones that we've seen this spring, and that's going to go well out of play. We'll do it again. Yeah, exactly, John. Yeah, look, enjoying the sport and being able to describe it are two different things. Like we'd have to have a real hockey head, like somebody who's knows what the hell is going on. The 0-2 count. Pops it up, back behind home plate. Is that going to stay in play? That's going to bend foul. Not only is there not much foul territory here, there's not many cameras. So the backdrop looks cool, and then you see they're just showing a view looking into the actual behind home plate. There's not much coverage here. I mean, this is an old school stadium. Things like that kind of make you realize why the Pittsburgh Pirates, it was brought to my attention today, they do not have a beat writer that writes for The Athletic anymore. There's a pitch on the way, it's chopped foul down the line, it's 0-2. I was looking, because whenever I cover these games, especially if there's weather in the area, I check their beat writers and whatnot to see if they've said anything. And all I could see was people complaining, why does Pittsburgh not have beat writers? The pitch on the way is smacked down the left field line towards the tarps down there. It's 0-2. Like, well, because I guarantee you they've probably got, I don't know, a dozen Pittsburgh Steeler beat writers. The 0-2, swing, lifts it foul down the line. And I know they haven't been very good for a while, but for them not to have one beat writer, that's insane. They've got such a long storied tradition of Pittsburgh baseball, once called the Alleghenies. I mean, their franchise is almost as old as the Braves. As the pitch on the way, swing and a miss, strike three, and Bubba Chandler gets him out of the inning. We head to the bottom of the fourth. 1-0 your score. Good guys, bad guys. It's their turn when we return.
What's a conspiracy theory that you 1,000% believe in?
That if you take more than one trip to bring your groceries in, you a bitch. And I'm not trying to be mean or rude, but if you're not willing to cut the circulation of your arms off to take one trip, you a bitch.
And here comes Mantle. Listen to the applause. Now it's a standing ovation for him. And the pitch to Mantle. Strike to him. Mantle, the 16th All-Star game. Hitting .233 this year. Always a hard luck player. Played with injuries throughout his career. Over 529 lifetime homers.
Any record set thereafter would only be placed alongside Ruth's in the record book.
What it did do was just drag people into this controversy. Who's going to do it? Will it be recognized?
What happens is this. During the middle of the season, 20 reporters come. A couple of weeks later, it's 40, and then it's 60, and then 80.
One of the great early events of the media society was the Maris-Mantle Home Run Derby. Suddenly, television had arrived, and as it arrived, it amplified this thing, and the whole country could see it.
There's a drive. Oh, man, he tagged that one, and the photographers are happy. They finally got him.
It was the perfect media storm with Mickey and Roger at the center.
Roger was from Fargo, North Dakota, and he was a very bashful guy. Roger didn't want all that publicity.
How about the home run situation, Roger? You're 7 games ahead of Babe Ruth's record. Do you think that you can beat the Babe's record?
Well, I don't think so, Bob. Of course, I'm not going to shoot for it. Babe had...
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back. Grant Holmes goes to work. First pitch on the way. Check swing, went around. Righty-lefty matchup. O'Hearn, the number 2 hitter for the Pirates. It's 0-1. Something else I've noticed in this game, I don't know if it's because it's a night game, and I don't know if it's because of the rain that they're expecting, is the 0-1 swing, chops and fouls 0-2. They are doing very, very tight windows in between the innings. That's why when we're coming out of break, I'm basically talking over our clip because typically it's 2 minutes and 15 seconds, and I timed it that time as the 0-2 in the dirt. 1-2. Anyways, they're coming right out at around 2:05. Our clips are 2:01. So I guess I'm going to have to start just dipping out as soon as the inning ends, give you all the score and jam out. The 1-2 count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Grant Holmes so far looking pretty good. I don't know how long he'll go in this game, but he's gone 3 1/3 innings, 5 strikeouts. He did issue the 1 walk, but he's given up no hits. That Camargo home run, by the way, they finally put the number up there, was 391 feet. First pitch to Brian Reynolds is right there for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing, chops it foul. It's 0-2. Peter, you got too many X's. You got to paint yourself into a corner on who you can pull for. Do us a favor. Don't ever date a Braves fan. You'll never get over that thing. The 0-2 count. Holmes comes set. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Nasty pitch. 2 down. It's at 44 pitches. I mean, in theory, he should go out for another inning. At least. I mean, at this point in the spring, you want him 60 pitches plus. The Big Zoo coming to the plate. Marcel flew out his first time up. He did give it a ride as the first pitch on the way. Swing, fouls it away. It's 0-1. Hope to see Marcel have a good year this year, just not against us. Signed a 1-year, $12 million deal with the Pirates as the 0-1 in the dirt. Looks like he's come into camp in pretty good shape. And I think last year, I just think it was a down year, and then he had the hip injury. I think that had a lot to do with it. It was the 1-1 pitch. Hanging, breaking Paul there for a strike. It's 1-2. I don't know if he's going to get back to the 40, but I could see him 25-30 home runs this year. This is the 1-2 pitch in the dirt. 2-2. He's in the division to do it. I mean, when the wind starts blowing out at Wrigley, he's going to play a ton of games in Cincinnati. Pittsburgh's a pretty good hitter's park as well. And St. Louis's pitching staff is going to be just awful. The 2-2. Swing, chops it foul. Do it one more time. So from that aspect, he made a pretty smart decision to go to Pittsburgh if you think about going against that as opposed to going against the Phillies and the Mets and even the Marlins starting pitching. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him with the bender. I do expect for him to be back for another inning. But Grant Holmes is absolutely doing it.
I play real sports, not trying to be the best at exercising. I'm Teddy Powers! I'm the man who has the ball, so that is why I am better than everyone in the world.
I'm not saying life is beating my ass, but that got hands.
If you gave me a choice of any major league manager in the history of baseball to run my team, without question, I'm going with Tommy Lasorda. He once struck out 25 Amsterdam rug makers in a 15-inning game in 1948. And to top it off, he drove in the game-winning run with a single. That same year, he was replaced on the major league roster by future Hall of Famer Sandy Koufax. He was the winningest pitcher in Montreal Royals history, but he was winless in his major league career in 26 games. While managing the Ogden Dodgers, he had players write letters to the LA Dodgers that played their positions in the big leagues, informing them that they would be replacing them in the near future. Over his career, he won 2 World Series championships, 4 National League pennants, and 8 division titles in his 20-year career with the Dodgers. He made it a priority to know the names of all of his players' wives and children and would ask about them regularly. Tommy's not your guy? Put your favorite manager in the comments.
Y'all, I'm starting to think Chick-fil-A is either a cult or they beat their employees because they ain't never got my order wrong.
When you have a bad day, give up. Go home and sleep. It. Try again tomorrow. Not every bad day can become a good day. Some days are and cannot be
There was, in fact, only one Ricky Henderson. And if who the player was, who the man was, had everything to do with where he was from, you could also say growing up in a rebel town like Oakland steeled him to challenge baseball's cultural norms.
He wanted to beat you the non-traditional way. It's not pitching and hitting and fielding. It's outrunning you.
Well, I think the one thing that stands out with me is just his disregard for the other team as he decided to steal another base. Like, he just did it.
Ricky's going! And in with a stolen base.
Hey, what do you say? Atlanta Braves lead it 1-0. Bubba Chandler goes back to work, and Gamble, left-handed bat for the Braves, number 5 hitter, takes the first pitch way outside wide, pitch out territory. It's 1-0. The 1-0 brings it, swing and a miss. 1-1 count. Chandler delivers, and that pitch is going to go way out wide. 2-0. The 2-1. Swing, pops it up. Down the left field line. Will it stay in play? It will not. 2-2. Braves will start the season against the Kansas City Royals, who we've seen a lot of their players in the WBC, so that should be a fun series. And then they'll welcome in the the Sacramento Athletics, Las Vegas Athletics, whatever the hell, the Philadelphia Athletics, whatever you want to call them. The 2-2. Check swing. Did he go around? They checked down the line. He did not. Full count. And then they go on the road to Arizona for 4, and the Angels for 3. As the pitch is outside, right there, caught looking on the outer edge. Gamble didn't like it, went away. May not have liked the pitch call, but with 2 strikes, it was way too close. Yeah, it hit the plate. Either way, you got to swing the bat there. Gamble, who's trying to make the team either here or elsewhere, that's an at-bat you can't give away. First pitch swinging by Luke Williams. Cool hand Luke bends one into right field. That's going to be an easy fly ball. F9 your scorecard, 2 down. Two up, 2 down. Looks like the Pirates are opening on the road. They don't host until the 3rd of April against the Orioles. First pitch, Sandy Leone. He's inside for a ball. It's 1-0. He's 0 for 1 on the day. High and inside, little chin music. 2-0. Davis going to go out there and have a quick powwow with Chandler, maybe just to calm him down or get a breather. 61 pitches through 5 innings, so a low total as far as that's concerned, but in the spring at this point, he might go a little longer, but this is probably his last inning. Typically, by next week, you want the guy stretched out to around 80. As the pitch, 97 miles an hour, misses. 3. And then by your opening start, the hope would be to go 85, maybe 90. They don't let him go near 100 anymore in the opening starts. The 3-0 pitch. High and out of the zone, ball 4. So he'll head down to first. Sandy Leone. If he would have ever made it, breaker roster, already had a going to get that John Travolta when he was it Grease? Sandy, what are you doing here? First pitch on the way is inside for a ball. Camargo, who went yard his first time up, it's 1-0. I don't know. If you grew up in that area, you know what I'm talking about. The 1-0. Inside 2-0. So we got to go and get a Sandy from free agency at some point. 2-0 count. Right down the pipe. 2-1. That's the main thing I'll miss the jerk store about is his clip. Just like when Verdugo went by the wayside. I used to love that Doogie Howser clip we had of him. The 2-1 pitch, swing, pops it up over towards the first base dugout. And the first baseman, Horowitz, makes the catch and steps into the dugout in one fell swoop. We'll be back in a flash. Good guys lead it 1-0.
I'm very concerned that I might have early onset Alzheimer's because I keep forgetting that men can be absolute dumpster fires of human beings. Thankfully, that the men of the internet are right there in my comment section to remind me just how horrendous they can be.
I wouldn't say a word if injuries were getting better in this philosophy of analytics towards pitching. They're getting worse. That's why they don't talk about it. We've been screaming at the mountaintop for years about these players' careers getting shortened, and they don't frankly care because they're just going to get another Paul Skeens in their mind. That's what they think. The next man up. It is all possible. We're brainwashed to think 100 pitches and a guy breaks. Everything we're doing is opposite of successful long-term careers. We limit, we baby, we don't let them do the things they're naturally gifted to do. We've turned them into robots, and we've asked them to just go as fast and as hard as you can.
Here's Maris. He doesn't like being at the center. Mantle loved it. I mean, Mantle should have been on a Broadway show, would have loved it.
I wanted Mickey Mantle, and this is Mickey Mantle, so you can applaud him right now.
Mickey was the gregarious, funny, outgoing, kidding around guy. He also had the look. I mean, he was a very handsome guy. When he smiled, he was like a movie star.
The blonde bomber, boyhood freckles, arms of Popeye, mythicized by the press. You know, he had the entire package.
As Labor Day approached, Maris was slightly ahead of Mantle in the home run race, but way behind in the popularity contest.
I know that he sensed that the fans and the media wanted Mickey to win, and then that was tough.
The real irony was the better he did, the more the Mantle fan began to resent him.
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. 1-0 your score. Grant Holmes sitting at just 50 pitches, so he'll go back out there for the 5th inning, probably his last. I mean, he's coming off of that arm injury. It's amazing to me that he opted to not have the Tommy John surgery, and he's already back pitching, and he looks like he's as good as he ever was. First pitch on the way is right there for a strike. It's 0-1. Wasn't 100% that he was going to do Tommy John, but he was definitely going to get some kind of a surgery that was going to put him out for all of this year. Is the 0-1 pitch. Down and away, 1-1. And I do believe, I've never heard this actually spoken, but I do believe what came into play with that with him is that he had such a late start to his big league career to finally get up as the pitch is down and away into the dirt, 2-1. He's 29 years old right now, and had he had that surgery, he'd be coming back at age 30, and you just never know how good you're going to be when you come back anyway. So he opted to do rest and rehab as the 2-1 swing and a miss, 2-2. And everybody's body's different. Some guys have tried that and it's backfired, and then they end up having to go under the knife and they miss even more time. But so far so good. Is the 2-2 swing and a miss, strike 3. Yak 'em. 1 away. Think about where this Braves pitching staff would be right now if it weren't for him, because losing Schwellenbach till at least midsummer. Same thing with Waldrop. Now Wentz is on the IL from whence he came. Is the first pitch right there for a strike. It's 0-1. And his was not arm-related. His was his ACL, but who knows how long it's going to take for him to come back as the pitch is right there on the outer edge. I would think, in theory, he'll be back next year. But one thing that's going to hurt him and any guy who gets hurt this year going into the offseason is the 0-2 inside. 1-2. Think about if there is a lockout and they're expecting there to be one. These guys can't have any contact with any of the trainers and managers and whatnot during a lockout. Is the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down. And look, they'll have their own guys and whatnot, but that's something that ought to get hammered out in this next CBA, is that if there's a lockout, you should at least be able to talk to the training staff and work with the training staff. And this time, can we get a freaking deal longer than 5 years? Good night, Irene. First pitch on the way is show and bunt, tried to pull back, missed it altogether. Cook is down 0-1. The 0-1. Infield back into the left. Pitch in the dirt, 1-1. Not that he'll go the whole 9, but he does have a no-hitter going. Cook just trying to get on base. Grant has allowed a walk, but he has struck out 9 Pirates. 1-1 count, way outside wide, 2-1. Even if they want him stretched out a little more, if I'm Weiss, I go ahead and pull him, and if they want to do some side work with him off to the side, keep that confidence building. The 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss, it's 2-2. Yeah, but even if you're not injured, just make it simple. Say, hey, you can talk to the training staff, the doctors, because, come on. The 2-2, swing, swatted towards left field, and coming in, making the catch is Closey, and that'll end the inning. That'll probably end the outing for Grant Holmes, and what a great job by Mr. Holmes. We'll be back in a flash. Are you kidding me? 9 strikeouts and no hits.
I play real sports, not trying to be the best at exercising. I'm Teddy Powers! I'm the man who has the ball, so that is why I am better than everyone in the world.
Mac McGee.
And I, we're on the same team.
The Country Club for Braves Country Radio.
And we need more players. We need you to help us win the battle against hunger and poverty. You can sponsor
Braves Country Radio.
Teamwork is what
The Country Club for Braves Country Radio.
is all about. And that's why we need you. For just $15 a month,
Don't get greedy. Ask for $2.99.
you can sponsor a child just like
Braves Country Radio.
I've been able to really help,
Braves Country Radio.
and it feels so good. It's so easy. Just reach out now and start sending your love around the world.
The Country Club for Braves Country Radio.
To join our team, we really can bat 1,000.
Mac McGee.
Who's waiting for help? There's room on our team for you.
That's the newer emoji we put up for the wave, so it could be seen easier. Peter was saying that she couldn't see it very well. But when we put it up, we're going to still put this one up because I like that one better, but evidently you just can't see it better. But this is the one you'll have on the emoji. Probably putting all the writing on it probably made it more difficult. Welcome back, Evan Sisk. The left-hander is on. For the Pittsburgh Pirates. Lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch on the way. Swing, lifts it high into left field. F7 in your scorecard. One away. One pitch, one out. We've added some new things to the BCR, the Braves Country Radio store. If you get a chance to get over there, we'll put that clip, we'll put that link up in the chat here in a second. As you get ready for opening day, ton of hats and shirts and everything. First pitch is down and away, lefty-lefty matchup to Michael Harris II. The 1-0, swing, chops it foul. 1-1. 1-1 count. Braves lead at 1-0. As Harris goes to get another bat. Sisk comes set and flips it up there, and it just misses outside wide, 2-1. Good take by Michael. Man, do we need him to get off to a good start. I feel like a lot of that was mental while he was chasing so many pitches. You start putting that pressure on yourself as the pitch is down and in. 3-1. He has not been chasing this spring, and hopefully that continues. The 3-1 count, high and inside, little chin music, and he'll head on down to first. So 1 on and 1 out.
What they know about that?
God bless you, Mike. Keep your game tight.
Never know. You know what I'm saying? I got a little razzle dazzle.
Jorge Mateo, the batter from the right side of the plate, stands in. And the first pitch is a They're going to flip it over to first real quick to keep Harris close by. Oh, mercy. So it's bad enough when you hear me complain about them putting is the 1-0 pitch right across the belt for a strike. It's 1-1. When the sideline reporter like Rosenthal, whatnot, gets in there and he hogs the screen because he wants to interview a player and he wants to make sure everybody sees him. Well, this dopey Pittsburgh cast is the 1-0 swing and a miss. They're going to toss it down to first. Harris slides in the back door of the first base bag just in time. Well, they're doing some kind of, it looks like a podcast setting. I don't even know if it's in the stadium. It looks like it's outside of it. And the guy they're interviewing, Bubba Chandler, he's spitting all over the camera. It's like, what are we doing here? This is definitely a situation where you can listen and not have to see them. The 1-2 count, swing, pops it up into center field. Should be an easy play out there in center. F8 in your scorecard. It is. Harris will backpedal, retreating back to first. 2 down. It's kind of like you pick the person, but recently there's been so many political people that have been fired from their jobs because of ratings, and then they start doing a podcast. It looks like that setting where they don't really know what the hell they're doing. I'm going to flip it over to first real quick to keep Harris close by. Yeah, it is outside the stadium. It's behind that bar I was talking about. It's under a tent. The pitch on the way is thrown down to second. Harris is going to get in there. They're going to call him safe. Triolo thinks he's got him. Some of these games they've had replay, and some of them they don't. I don't know if they have replay in this game. I'm sorry, that's Williams that is in there at short for Triolo now. And he was pounding the glove looking around, and maybe they don't have. So I was reading up on it. Some of it has to do with how many cameras the broadcast team, as the pitch on the way is down and away in the dirt. It's 2-0. It has to do with each individual broadcast, whether or not they have enough cameras, et cetera, et cetera. You might say, in theory, is the 2-0. Outside, wide ball, 3-3-0 to Dom Smith. He's trying to work his way aboard. In theory, you don't need replay for spring training because who cares who wins? But it probably is good to keep everybody, knock the rust off of the replay people. The 3-0. Inside ball 4, and big Dom Smith will head on down to first. Good piece of hitting there, of batting. Yeah, Chandler's was, and now he's trying to sign autographs, and he's outside the gate. Can somebody let the guy in? What are they doing, checking his ticket stub? He's still in full pirate gear. He's still got his cleats on. I think it's okay to let him in. Pitch on the way is down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. You don't get this kind of stuff during the regular season, that's for sure. The 1-0. He's literally outside the stadium. All these little kids are not wanting autographs. Is the 1-0. Down and away. Down and in. 2-0. And they just had him sitting at that little table under the tent. Why not let the kids just come up to the tent and to where he's at, open the gate, and he can sit and sign all the autographs? The 2-0 count. Pitch on the way, a swing. And that ball's going to get ripped into left field, down for a base hit. Harris rounding third, heading to home, and it's 2-0 your Atlanta Braves. First and second, 2 outs. Good hard hit by Kyle Farmer. He's trying to make the team. He's got a decent chance of making the team as a bench guy who can play all over the infield. They're going to go out there and Davis is going to have a quick powwow with Sisk now. Davis is probably just telling Sisk at this point, can you believe that they won't let Bubba back in the gates, man? They got him outside. Lefty-lefty matchup. Gamble, the batter. First and second, 2 outs. First pitch on the way is inside. Misses. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Right there for a strike. It's 1-1.
What's for dinner? Hey, chef, what's for dinner?
Pitch to Gamble. Fouled away. It's 1-2. One-two count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That'll end the inning. Welcome in Underwater. Bubba Chandler actually looked pretty good tonight. We'll be back in a flash. He's still outside the stadium. They won't let him back in. 2-0. Good, guys. Pirates grab the sticks when we return.
Hey, does anybody else miss that part of the pandemic where it was illegal to be all up in people's personal space?
We are pleased to announce some exciting new changes to the NFL season. The first 3 quarters of each game will be shown on NBC. Fans who wish to watch the 4th quarter will have to switch to Peacock. Overtime will be shown on YouTube TV, subject to local blackouts. The NFL playoffs will be shown on a combination of Paramount Plus, Hulu, and Netflix, while the Super Bowl will be streamed on Xbox Live. During the game, there will be a special gambling timeout between every 3rd and 4th down, giving fans at home time to wager on what will happen next. The team whose fan base bets the most on the game will receive an extra timeout at the end of each quarter. And finally, to encourage gambling, quarterbacks will be required to call out FanDuel before every play in the red zone. Thank you, and God bless the United States of gambling.
Armchair.
Mickey became the golden-haired boy, and I came the other guy. You know, I'm glad for Mickey that it worked out that way. On the other hand, I had to feel a little sad because I was getting the other side of the stick.
Back in the realm of the clubhouse, Mickey was also king.
The teammates really had an emotional connection with Mantle. Players related to him, loved him, saw him as a warm human being. He was one of them.
Mickey Mantle was absolutely the greatest, especially with his teammates. If you were Mickey Mantle's friend, you were a friend for life.
And the biggest beneficiary in '61 was Roger Maris.
There was a lot written about me and Roger not liking each other, and that's the farthest thing from the truth that it could ever be. I don't think we ever had an argument. We appreciated each other.
Both Roger and Mickey respected each other's performance under that enormous pressure. And finally, in that '61 season, they actually got an apartment together.
Welcome back. Joel Payos, we talked about him at the beginning of the game. He is very much expected to be a part of the Braves bullpen, the right-hander. Fires the 1-0 into the dirt. Cutter bangs it foul. 1-1. Joel Payos of the Braves picked up off the trash heap and re-signed for a I believe it was at 2.25 is what they got him for this year. As the pitch is down and away. 1-2. 6'3", 214-pounder out of Santiago, Dominican Republic. His boys are set to face Korea Friday night. If y'all missed the memo, we put it up on the BCR here, and I think we put it up on the Facebook as well. As the 1-2's bang foul, do it again. Valdez, the batter. Tomorrow night's game is now going to be 7:45, and it will be the USA versus Canada. If y'all were with us last night, that's not the way it was supposed to go. The way they had it staged on the brackets is the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Pumping that fastball right by him. Yak him. One away. So originally, because they were not the 1 seed, they were the 2 seed. The USA was supposed to play 3 o'clock on Saturday afternoon, and it would have been Italy playing tomorrow night, as the pitch on the way is right there for a strike. It's 0-1. Versus Puerto Rico tomorrow night. But instead, what they decided to do, and it does make sense, it's just funny that they bent the rules like that. As the pitch on the way, it swung on, roasted on the ground. Mateo's going to boot it. He's going to try to throw him out anyways, but the runner will be safe, and the first safe batsman of the game for the Pittsburgh Pirates. They have reached on a walk. They still have no hits. So if you think about why they did that, it's because they couldn't move Saturday's game to a night game because they already had Japan playing Saturday night, and they want Japan's TV viewing audience. The pitch on the way is bang foul down the left field line. It's 0-1. They wanted them to be on at 9 p.m., which is what they're still doing, because it's going to be like 10 a.m. Tokyo time. It's Sunday morning, right? The 0-1 count. Swing, fouls it back. It's 0-2. So you'd still get the U.S. crowd at 9 p.m., but you get the Japanese crowd at a much better time period, because you put them at 3 o'clock. It's 4 a.m. over there, and they're just not willing to lose all those views. So the 0-2, swing, fisted foul. Horowitz, the leadoff batter, will do it again. Runner at first, 1 out. So instead they put the USA and Canada on Friday night prime time, as opposed to having the two of them playing at 3 p.m. on Saturday. In Italy, which it'll be broadcasted nationally over there in Italy, now at 3 o'clock Eastern time on a Saturday. Here, it's like 8 o'clock over there, 9 o'clock. So it works out for everybody, but it's just funny because they didn't mention it. They just slid it in there. And you do wonder if Italy might be a little ticked off about it, as the 0-2 pitch, swing, bangs it down the line, foul, because they do not get a day off in between the quarterfinals and the semifinals like they were supposed to. But I don't think it really matters in baseball, because getting a day off isn't necessarily always a good thing, especially when you've only played so little. The 0-2 in the dirt, 1-2. So 1-2 count. So USA Canada tomorrow night, and that should be a fun one. A 1-2 pitch. Swing, chops it over to first. Dom steps on first, throws it down to second, smacks Davis in the back with the ball. And he'll be safe. The runner out at first. 2 down. Dom puts his hand up to let Davis know it wasn't intentional. They're both kind of smiling about it. It hit him in the right shoulder. I think it startled Davis. His right foot kind of slipped, almost like a banana peel, when he hit second base, but he kept his balance. So we'll come on the air tomorrow night at 7:45, get you ready for USA versus Canada. And all I can say about that is the first pitch on the way, swing, pops it up high and deep into right field. Should be an F9 your scorecard. It is, and that'll end the inning. We'll head to the 7th, fast-moving ball game. We better not lose to Canada in baseball. We'll never hear the end of it after everything that was done about the USA beating Canada in hockey. We'll be back in a flash.
It's a beautiful day for baseball. Hello again, everybody.
Hey, babe. I got pulled over on the way home.
Come on. Seriously?
Yes, I really did.
What was you doing?
I went 53 and a 35. I tried to tell him.
Where?
Just down the road. I was almost home. I tried to tell him I was dyslexic, and...
Well, they don't give it.
Yeah, I know that now.
Seriously? We'll have to get a lawyer.
We don't have to. I didn't get a ticket or anything.
What do you mean? They give you a warning?
Yeah, but I mean, I flashed him.
Okay.
That got me out of the ticket.
Hell yeah.
You're not mad?
Not in the least.
Oh, I thought you were going to be so mad at me.
I should be thanking them, giving them hugs and kisses. You know how much money them things saved us?
A lot. Now that I have that on my conscience, I'm going shopping.
No. You didn't save us money.
I did.
That you were going to cost us in the beginning.
But then I saved it, so I might as well, treat myself.
As he learned to play the game, he developed a technique on stealing bases. He developed a technique to figure out what pitchers were doing and what they gave him to steal the bag.
Lou Brock talked about the fear of the bag and how a lot of guys, especially after they've been running for a while, they ease it in a little bit. They only go, they know when it's not going to be that close. He said Rickey Henderson accelerates into the bag harder than any player in history. And people don't appreciate that because they think, oh, Rickey's a hot dog. But actually, he said, he's got to be one of the toughest players who ever played.
Well, you could say Rickey Henderson was a football player who played baseball because the way he ran the bases was like a fullback going through the line. The way he rounded the bases was like a wide receiver putting a move on the safety and running for a touchdown. All the things he did, you can kind of equate to the Rickey Henderson being a football player kind of guy.
Your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back. Cam Sanders, the right-hander, on to face Closey, or Luke Williams. Williams swings at the very first pitch. I think the Braves' hair is on fire. It's F8 in your scorecard. One away. I was telling y'all you're going to have to bolt out of here about 8:15. Hell, this game may not make it to that. Hell, I may not make it again if they keep doing this podcast off to the side during the game. First pitch on the way is a pitch outside wide for a ball. It's 1-0. They're back there. I don't know who they're interviewing now. But they told that kid that he's not going to be able to get back in the game. The 0-1 swing, chops it over to first. That'll be a G3, 2 down. Leon. Brian's birthday? Well, somebody should have told me. Welcome. Happy birthday, BA. The pitch is a swing and a miss. It's 1-1.
Happy birthday.
1-1, down and away. They call that a check swing strike? There's no to him. I was about to say, he barely moved his bat. If he's 1-2, then I'm starting to think that 1-2 right there for a strike. 2-1 right there for a strike. It's 2-2. Let's say if they called that a strike, then I'm starting to think that everybody agreed to get the hell out of there. Yeah, Pete, I don't have time to check X during the game. I'll check it afterwards. Got too many balls in the air this year. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that will end the inning. We will go to the 7th inning stretch. This game is flying by. Back in a flash.
All right. I can't see you. Let me hear you. All right. 1, 2, 3. Me out to the ball. Hey, me out to the night. Find me something up. need some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back. Let me
Welcome back. First pitch on the way from the right-hander Scott. Off the 1-0, a swing and a miss. It's 1-1. They keep dipping in and out of the field of view, so bear with me as the 1-1 down and away 2. Brings it right there at the knees. 2-2. The 2-2 swing chopped over to third. It's going to be a 5-3 attempt, but that's going to finally be a base hit for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Infield single here in the bottom of the 7th. So 1 on, nobody out. First pitch on the way to Marcell Ozuna is smoked down the third base line, foul into left field, excuse me. It's 0-1. Yeah, this is brutal. They went from one podcast outside to doing a podcast inside. It's like, man, keep the game on, Christ. The 0-1. Flips it over to first real quick. Pitch on the way as Scott comes set, raises the glove to his hip and brings it. Swing, pops it back foul, do it again. Tay Scott. Name is Taylor, and it's spelled L-E-R, not L-O-R as normal. It's from Johannesburg, South Africa. He's 33 years old, 6'3", 185-pounder. Here's the pitch on the way to Ozuna. Swing and a miss, strike 3. He was drafted by the Cubs back in 2011 out of Notre Dame and has bounced around the league. Texas, Seattle, San Diego, the Dodgers, Houston. But in all those years since 2018 hitting the majors, only thrown a total of 44 innings. Pitch on the way is outside wide. 1-0. Comes set. Brings it. right there on the outer track, 1-1. 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 error for your Atlanta Braves. No runs, 1 hit, no errors for the Pittsburgh Pirates. The pitch on the way, runner goes, throw it down to second base, and smoke him if you got him. He got him, 2 away. Perfect throw down there by the Atlanta Braves backstop, Sandy Leone. And a very good tag applied as well by Jones, who is in for Luke Williams in this inning. So 2 down, the 2-1 pitch. Swing, launches it high and deep into left field, but not deep enough. Camping underneath it, making the catch in left field for F7 in your scorecard is Closey, and we'll head to the 8th inning, and you know what that means here in Braves country.
"106 miles from Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it."
It's happy hour.
When wins become losses
and losses become wins.
You guys going to happy hour? Yeah? Yeah, I'll come for a couple. Just a couple, though. Not like last time.
When buying a beer, don't make this mistake. Buying only one beer can cause a misalignment in your spine due to the uneven weight distribution. This can cause unnecessary back pain and potential spine issues. To prevent this, carry 2 beers, ensuring your body is balanced and proper health maintained.
Okay.
Let's get it! Hey!
Have dinner ready?
Put my pants on, one leg at a time.
Guess what? I got a fever, and the only prescription is not...
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the Intercontinental Radio News.
You're in Braves country.
Everybody drink a beer. Salute.
They're making it laws where you can't drink when you want to. Pretty soon we're going to be communist country.
Oh, yeah. For me and the Lord, you gotta understand it. We're on a mission from God.
If you want to stop me, you're gonna have to kill me!
Welcome back, Michael Darrell Hicks. On for the Pittsburgh Pirates as Closey digging in, swing, hits it up the middle. That should be an easy 6-3 put out, wide throw. So it'll be an E6 in your scorecard. Williams with the error. If you are scoring a minor league baseball, a spring training baseball game that all the backups are in on your scorecard at home, get some help. So 1 on, nobody out, and they flip it over to first real quick. They'll tag the runner on the wallet, but underneath the tag. I don't believe I've ever seen this pitcher pitch before. Let's check him out. Michael Darrell Hicks from Parkersburg, Virginia. He played his college ball at JU, Jacksonville University. It doesn't appear he was drafted. He did play for the Angels sparingly in 24 and 25, a total of 6 innings. Pitch on the way is right there at the knees for a strike. 21. Which means See how long he was in the minors. There is no information on his minor league. Okay. Pitch is down and in. Taken all the way. Sweeper missing. 2-1. 2-1 count. Way outside, wide ball 3-1. Hartman didn't get the memo. He's supposed to swing early and often in this game. We are in the 8th inning in under 2 hours in this ball game. Hartman in for Harris, so all the backups are in. Mateo is still in, but he's still fighting for a job, so that makes a lot of sense at 3-1. Swing and a miss, full count. We'll see if he gets another at bat. He was in the field last inning. Pitch on the way, runner goes, swing and a miss, and the throw, man. Strike him out, throw him out. 2 down. I guess Hartman was making up for that long at bat by striking out during a throw out attempt. Looked like they might have had the hit and run on there. He didn't get a great jump. Pitch was right down the plate. And he'll work on that down on the farm this summer. Mateo comes to the plate, and he does take a hack at the first pitch. It's a nasty bender, sweeper outside wide. It's 0-1. I went to look up his bio, this kid on the mound, but there's nothing there. I mean, they don't even have any information on his minor league stats. Pitch in the dirt. 1-1. Evidently played right here with the JU Dolphins in college. He must have signed as a free agent afterwards. The 1-1 swing, pops it back foul. So they show him hitting the major leagues in 24, but no minor league stats. My guess would be he ended up in the Angels organization a few years before that. Tall kid, 6'5", 231 pounder. With the pitch on the way, fouls it back. Out of play. 1-2 to Mateo. 2 outs. Braves lead it 2-0. Michael Darrell and his other brother Darrell Hicks. Brings it. Swing. Lifts it into right field. Fly ball. Should stay in play. And the right fielder out there makes the catch. And F9 your scorecard. We'll be back in a flash. Bottom of the 8th we go. Good guys on top. 2-0.
So back in 2002, a pair of grounds crew guys at PNC Park in Pittsburgh died in a car accident. The Pirates had a longtime team photographer named Pete Diana, who was a really, really good guy. And I interviewed Pete Diana for my biography of Barry Bonds, Love Me, Hate Me, Barry Bonds and the Making of an Anti-Hero. And I could tell early on Pete did not like Barry Bonds. And I asked him why. And he said for years and years and years when Barry was with the Pirates, Pete would give him free photos. And Barry would ask for this and ask for that. Hey, can you print up that photo? How about that photo? And he would give it to him. So in 2002, Barry's no longer playing for the Pirates, and these two guys die. And Pete Diana decides he's going to do a fundraiser to raise money for the families of these two guys who passed. And every time a team comes into town, he asks if the Stars will donate a signed bat or a signed ball or maybe a signed jersey. And he literally goes team by team. And when the Diamondbacks come to town, Randy Johnson and Curt Schilling sign stuff. When the Astros come to town, Craig Biggio and Jeff Bagwell sign stuff. Barry Bonds and the Giants come to town. And again, Pete Diana knew Barry Bonds for years. And he says to Barry, hey, Barry, these two guys died. I'm doing a fundraiser. Would you mind signing a bat or a ball or something? That Barry Bonds said to him, you, them, I'm not signing. And the quote that Pete Diana gave to me that actually gave me chills was, "I hope Barry Bonds dies." That is the harshest quote I've ever received from anyone ever. And I actually understood exactly where it was coming from.
He'd scored more runs and stolen more bases than anyone in baseball history and earned a first ballot ticket to the Hall of Fame. What made Ricky great wasn't just what he did as an athlete, but how he did it, with the style and the swag that captured the imagination of the next generation.
By the time he finished, he was leading into the 21st century. And players showing their emotion, having a lot of fun, showing the fans that baseball's fun.
Enlow, we've seen him a few times this summer or this spring. He's in the game, right-hander, fires first pitch high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. I'm kind of impressed when he's come in. Not that he has a chance to make the team to start the season, but as the pitch is down and in, Blaine Enlow, formerly of the Giants. 2-0 pitch right there, smacks the outer edge. It's 2-1. Drafted by the Twins in 2017. The big right-hander is from St. Amant, Louisiana, is the Cajun. Throws the bender up there and he bangs it foul, curveball. It's 2-2. 2-2 count. I don't know who they have here in the booth and the podcast, and they're sort of doing the game here for the Pittsburgh broadcast, but he definitely didn't dress up for the occasion of the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. One away. I'm guessing it's one of their producers, or maybe it's a broadcaster. It doesn't look like, or maybe he worked for the organization at some point. It doesn't look like a ball player, but it's kind of hard to tell. There's the pitch on the way, swung on and dribbled into right field. That's through for a base hit, and it's a one-out single for the Pirates. Pitch on the way is right there on the inner track for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Right there at the knees. It's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Pitch is cutter, called for a strike. So De Los Santos, right-hander with the high socks, digging in, runner at first, and one out. Pitch on the way, outside wide. Good take there by De Los Santos. That was a nasty pitch off the edge. They got a little party going on out there at behind that center field wall. I mean, it stretches the entire outfield wall, so I guess I should say the outfield wall. It's like they got all kinds of tiki bar action work. I actually like that better. I like that setup better than the one when we went to the Braves game, because it's off to the left. The way they have it set up, you could sit out there and actually watch the game. But the Braves Stadium is nice, and it's much nicer than the Pirates one, but that's only because it's much newer. The 1-2 swing, chops it foul. We'll do it one more time. The Braves ought to think about doing what the Pirates did right there, putting a tiki bar behind the outfield where fans can kind of hang out over the edge and catch the game. The way they have it at the Braves park, the new park, is they toss it to first to keep the runner close by. You're so far away from the action, and they don't even have monitors there. It's nice, but it's more really set up to be there when the game's not going on. The 1-2. Swing. Rips it into left field. That's down for a base hit. Runners on first and second. And one out. So 2 on and 1 out. Pitch is right there at the knees, did not get the call. It's 1-0. Number 9 hitter, Callan Moss, is batting .500 in spring training, only in 4 games. As the pitch on the way is fouled away, 1-1. 1-1 count. Time's called by Moss. He gets out of the box. The 1-1. Takes it for a strike. Sweeper across the zone. 1-2. And this guy, 4 games, a .500 average, 1571 OPS. Where the hell's he been all spring? Why is he not getting more at bats? The 1-2. Swing, chops it over to third, boots it. It's going to be an E5 over there for the Braves. And the bases are now loaded. So what was going pretty easily here for Atlanta now turned into the Keystone Cops. As Miller boots the ball, Cody Miller. He'll enjoy that ride back to Gwinnett. Hefner coming out there to talk strategy. Told y'all we're going to have to dip out of here early tonight. This will probably be the last half inning since it's taking so long. I was going to try to make it to the 9th, but it doesn't look like it's going to work. So we'll see what happens here as the bases are loaded. 1 out. First pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Pulled the string on that one. Polanco out in front. It's 0-1. Charlene Polanco from the Dominican Republic, 22-year-old, swing and a miss. It's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. There's no telling what they would charge to build a bobblehead. The pitch on the way is down and in. The 1-2 comes set in the dirt, taken all the way. That'll even it up. The 2-2 inside. Full count. Braves 2, Pirates nothing. Bases loaded, 1 out. Bottom of the 8th. The pitch on the way, high and inside. And he'll miss it, and they'll head on down to first, and it's 2-1. Pirates trail by 1. Still 1 out. You're coming out there to talk to Enlow. This might be it for him. Yeah, it is. We'll take a quick break. Weiss grabs the ball from Enlow. We'll be back in a flash here to wrap this half inning up. And right-handers coming out of the pen. We'll introduce them when we return.
If you love someone, set them free. If you hate someone, set them free. Basically, just set everybody free. Get a dog. People are annoying.
Excuse me, did you like the movie?
I did.
Well, I didn't because you didn't shut the up.
What? Something's wrong with my legs. When I go like this, and then I go like that, I end up at the liquor store.
Okay, I used to be so nervous about like eating out alone, but I just came here and got a chicken sandwich all on my own, and I don't care. Judge me, judge me.
Loser.
Hey Braves Country, this is Mac McGee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch by pitch, play by play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Please like and subscribe today. It helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. Maybe it's Maybelline. Honey, mind your business. Mind your business.
I can remember he used to come in, slap me in the head, wake me up, and he got the paper, and he said, "Hey, Mick, wake up." He said, "We're fighting again."
I think Mickey probably helped him more than anybody, because Mickey's been through the glare of the New York media and through national pressures too, and I think that's the reason they roomed together.
As the season wound down and the pressure grew, Maris and Mantle continued to share the spotlight, but a dramatic turn in their historic chase would soon shift the glare entirely onto one of them, and its heat would take a terrible toll. As the 1961 Major League Baseball season entered the home stretch, the surprising Cincinnati Reds found themselves leading the National League.
No one expected it in spring training. No one expected it in May, June, or July. It wasn't probably till August that people really said that, we do have a chance.
Join the Country Club today. Help support Braves Country Radio. Join the Country Club today. Jason said he got himself a BCR beanie on the way. Thank you, Jason. Hope you enjoy it. First pitch on the way is they're bringing in Pilar out of the bullpen. Pitch misses high and out of the zone. It's going underwater. If you put a Barry Bonds jersey on a Mac McGee bobblehead, that thing would come to life like a Chucky doll and chase you around the room. 1-0. Swing, bangs it down the line, foul. It's 1-1. I wish we could make. I was looking into that, but they don't have it available. I'm gonna look around because that is a pretty funny idea. As long as they don't try to charge $8,000 to make 5,000 of them. Bases loaded. 1 out. Pilar, standing in for the Braves, cling to the 1-run lead. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Calling that a slider, but man, it looks like more like a sweeper, or maybe that actually looks like a sweeper. They're calling it the slider though. Anderson Pilar, we've seen him a little bit over the last few years. Originally a Miami Marlin. He was in spring training with us for 6 different appearances last year. The 1-2, fouls it back, we'll do it again. This is his 3rd appearance in this spring training. He's yet to make his Major League debut. 28-year-old out of the Dominican Republic. Venezuela versus Japan. So Saturday night on the BCR, second part of our doubleheader, it's going to be Ronald Acuna Jr. versus Shohei Ohtani. How fun is that? As the bases loaded, foul back. And the 1-2, we'll do it again. I mean, how fun is that? So what it looks like this weekend here on Braves Country Radio, we've got USA versus Canada tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. 3 o'clock on Saturday, it's Italy versus Puerto Rico. And then Saturday night, Japan versus Venezuela. The pitch is way outside wide, 2-2. And then I would try to project when all the teams play next, but they keep shuffling it around, so it'll just be whenever they want to. I would think it's going to be USA versus Italy, assuming those two teams were to advance on Sunday night. The 2-2, swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 down. Good pitch there by Pilar, just came in on the hands, which would put Japan Venezuela winner against Dominican Republic versus Korea on Monday night. We're carrying all the games. I just don't know if they're doing the Sunday or Monday because they're not going by what they originally said they were going to do, so who the hell knows. 2-1 your score, and the pitch on the way is a swing and a miss strike. It's 0-1. Yeah, I want revenge. I want to play Italy. I'm pulling for Italy on Saturday. I want to play them. The 0-1. Swing, lifts it into right field. That's down for a base hit. That's going to at least tie the game. Here comes the throw into the infield. That's actually going to get the Pittsburgh Pirates the lead, and it's 3-2. And coming home after a wild throw towards third base. I guess that's where he was throwing. It's going to make it 4-2. The throw goes into the dugout, so the runner will be at third. So it'll be a bases clearing single slash E. Was that E9? I mean, it was a bad throw, but it was also a bad job by, once again, he won't get the error, but the man that kind of opened this floodgates earlier, the third baseman for the Braves, Miller, who booted the ball earlier, he did a bad job of cutting that throw off to the infield. He was backhanding it and swatting at it. He didn't know what the hell he was doing. Might as well had a fly swatter out there with galoshes. First pitch is a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1, swing and a miss. 0-2. We used to have, I don't know if we still have that clip or not. The Braves are having a really bad season. We've got it somewhere, but I don't know where we had it. We had the one that we created when they were playing so poorly. We started putting basically like, is the pitch on the way, swung on, that ball's laced into center field. That's down for a base hit. And it's a RBI single, and the hit parade continues. It's 5-2 Pittsburgh. Oh, here it is. So, bad defense, bad pitching. Jerseys look good, though. 5-2 your score. Pittsburgh leads it. And the pitch is high and out of the zone. We'll do it again. Told y'all this was going to be our half inning. I feel like the Braves quit before this inning began. The 1-0. Swing, pops it up. That should get us out of here, but hell, I don't know. Coming over, making the catch in right field is Carey, and that'll end the inning. That'll end the broadcast for us. Y'all have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, 7:45 will come on the air, maybe a tad earlier. USA, Canada. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll be back at it all weekend long, all through the WBC.